So we're very happy to have Mr. David Hall-Jones from Domaine Thomson today. So we'd like to ask him a few questions about the domain and ask him to give us some more details about the wines. Mr. Jones, would you like to describe a little bit about the domain?
Sure. Well, I'll start with the Explorer wine, and then the Surveyor Thomson and Rose 1 to 37, and I can do that with reference to the
Sure.
to the vineyard map that we've got here. So basically, we've got the bottom block here, which is I guess probably 50 metres lower than the top block. The top block is where the Explorer wine comes from. So this is the younger drinking wine that is possibly grown at slightly higher tonnage per hectare, still made with oak, so no oak chips. It's all single estate, made and aged in oak barrels. So the Explorer wine comes from the top block, and then that's made for young drinking. So the 2018 is the current release. So that's a wine that's made to be running out the door, which is what it does. The Surveyor Thomson wine comes from the bottom blocks, the south block, the north block, and the terrace block down here. So it's a mixture of clones there, and slightly lower tonnage per hectare. We've got a lovely aspect to the northeast. There's a belly of land there that is just a natural sun environment for heat retention during the day. So the Surveyor Thomson wines, really, I think, are coming into their own now with about 20 years of vine age. And then in a special year, we don't call it a reserve wine. It's as we discussed earlier, it's a single clone wine. In 2014, we made Rose 1 to 37, which is just this little area of land here. So it's the first, actually by chance, it's the first 37 rows of the vineyard that we planted. Entirely 777 clone, and in 2014 was a great vintage in Otago across the board. Our 2014 Surveyor Thomson is a lovely wine, and the 2014 Rose 1 to 37 is just a special wine. Only 200 cases made, so that's a special one, and we did that again in 2017. And then in 2018 we made a single Rose 76 to 89. Again, I think less than 200 cases. I think 180 cases of that wine, and the latest release of the 137 and the 76 to 89 will come on the market, I think, probably later this year, early next year.
Would you tell us more about the biodynamic practices at your vineyards?
Right. Well, we weren't always organic and biodynamic. When we first planted the vineyard, it was a conventional vineyard. I didn't like the feel of the vineyard when it was a conventional vineyard, and people say, well, you're a bit weird not to be conventional. I think you're weird not to be natural. I turn that one around the other way, because I think a natural vineyard is a healthy vineyard. It's been amazing to see our vineyard change in the last 10 years, roughly, since we became organic and biodynamic. The insect life, the life in the soil, microbial and worm life in the soil. But the culmination of it to me was this year we had a New Zealand native falcon that started to live on our property, and because they're there, because it's an environment that's got all the natural things that are happening.
Yeah.
So now we've got cows, we've got hens for eggs, we've got honeybees, which we have biodynamic honey, which we share with our friends who come to the vineyard. So I can't tell you how much it's changed the feel of the vineyard, and you can feel it when you're on the land. You really can feel it.
That's amazing.
Awards.
So I know that your domain has won awards for organic.
Yep.
Sorry.
Young
Young viticulturists and the organic.
Yep. I can tell. I can. Yeah. So we're not really probably a lesson I've learned from having some vines in Burgundy, but we're not really about trophies and wine shows.
Yeah.
But there's one that we do support, which is the New Zealand Organic Wine Awards, because we're very passionate about being organic. And I was thrilled to hear that we'd won the trophy for the top organic Pinot Noir wine in New Zealand this year, and we won that with our 2015 Pinot Noir, which I think is the wine that Kerry Wines are selling in Hong Kong now. But in addition to winning the organic Pinot Noir trophy, we won the trophy for the overall top organic wine for the whole of New Zealand. So of all great varieties. And then about 2 months after that, our young viticulturalist, who's from the same hometown as New Zealand as me, Simon won the young viticulturalist for New Zealand. So
he's less than 30 years old, isn't
yeah, that's right. I think he's just turned 28, and so he won the Otago Young Viticulturalist Award, and then he went into the national finals and won the Young Viticulturalist for the whole of New Zealand about literally I think 6 weeks ago. So it's been a pretty awesome,
Great achievement.
awesome year for the vineyard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Thank you so much.
Good.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure to be here with Kerry.